Good fish. Oh, he jumped off, man. Oh man, that is some fun right there. Well, pitching and flipping along those reeds right there will get you bit. Got to be really patient. Welcome back, everybody. Your Southwest Outdoors Report powered by Chevy is on the air today, and we're over at Lake Fork today doing a little pitching and flipping for some late spawning bass. And what we're figuring out is that the bass spawn is just about over with. It's been going on for several weeks here, and it looks like we're on the tail end of it. So if you're going to catch any more spawning fish, it's going to have to be pretty quick. You better get over here. I want to mention that our brand new redesigned website is up and running right now at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. It's got everything about the show there, including the very latest on our air times. And the most important thing is that you can always watch the most recent episode in case you missed it on Thursday night or Saturday morning. southwestoutdoorsreport.com. Right now, let's go to Brian Hughes in Texas with your freshwater fishing report from the Lone Star State.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by the Snag Proof family of lures. Now this week we're going to visit Lake Texoma up on the Oklahoma-Texas border. A long, cold winter has apparently killed off a lot of shad. The guides are having a really hard time netting up bait in the morning. Most of them have even resorted to buying shiners instead. Now a shad kill is not necessarily a good thing for the fish, but it is a good thing for fishermen because the fish are hungry. They'll hit slabs and they'll hit those store-bought shiners all over the lake right now. Look for the birds, and you're probably going to fish fairly deep, around the 30-foot mark. Now smallmouth bass on Texoma are spawning as we speak. They can be caught with a variety of lures, a hair jig, very small crawfish on light line. Even though these are good-sized fish, the only thing you have to worry about are the rocks. So go with 6 or 8 pound test for Texoma smallies. And finally, just north of Lake Fork is Cooper Lake, where the hybrids are taking off. You'll use live bait there or slabs for your best results. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Snag Proof Lures. Now let's check in with Mr. Bill Olson. He's on the coast.
Hi folks, this week's report is brought to you by Team TTF, producers of the killer baits, like the original Trout Killer 2, and the new Killer Baby Ray. Speckled trout, redfish, and other coastal game fish can't resist them. Pick some up at your favorite tackle retailer or check out the entire lineup on the website on the screen. Well, we're heading into the last weekend of April. Water temperatures continue a slow rise. Speckled trout are transitioning from mudgrass bottoms to more grass and sand as we head into prime time spawning activity. Strong southeast and east winds are pushing lots of water into our bays, and in turn, the back lakes and marsh areas are being flooded. Riding in on these flooding tides are bait as well as game fish. Around the Galveston jetty, some good redfish and black drum action has occurred. Through the jetties at Port Aransas, tide runners or specks that wintered in the Gulf are making their way along the Lydia Ann Channel shoreline. You'll want to check out Mud Island as well as the Quarantine shoreline and around Allen's Bight. On windy days, put on a TTF Trout Killer under an Alameda rattling cork and fish the color changes just off the shoreline. That's where the fish are going to be holding. This weekend, both Saturday and Sunday have a double tide schedule of 2 high and 2 low tides each day. I'm Bill Olson, and I'll see you on the coast.
Boy, what a hot fish. Going in big time circles. He's hooked right in the top of the kisser too. There we go. One more chunk right there for you. All right, well, we've had a good day today. Still got some more stuff to do though. Stay with us. When we come back, I'm going to show you a very unique fish on our big catch of the week, and Heather has got your Stren Ask the Pro. We'll wrap it all up for you from Lake Fork right after this. Y'all stay with us.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealers, is brought to you by Nitro Performance Bass Boats. Fish your best in a Nitro. By Stren, the standard of dependability. By Costa Sunglasses, see what's out there. And by Motor Guide, never stop. This is the Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealer.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our Ask the Pro feature, brought to you by Stren, the standard of dependability. Our question this week is from Mike in Pryor, Oklahoma, who writes, pro fishermen usually use rubber or silicone skirts on jigs. Why don't they use bucktail or fur? It will be answered by 9-time classic qualifier Edwin Evers of Oklahoma.
You know, on most of my jigs, on really all of them, I do use rubber or silicone, and that's a very good question. Why don't we use more bucktail or fur? You know, one is that it just doesn't have the action. It doesn't have the flamboyancy to it. You know, it doesn't have that flair to it. You know, those bucktails and furs, those really shine in really cold, clear water, wintertime. You know, when I hear bucktail jigs, I'm thinking wintertime. Those are what I believe those jigs are meant for. They don't have all the different color variations. They have a lot more subtle action. They just don't move hardly any, and they work good in the wintertime.
Thank you, Edwin. If you have a question for one of the pros, just visit our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. Click on the Stren Ask the Pro link and send us your information. Now let's get you back to Barry for our Whataburger Big Catch of the Week.
Congratulations to this week's winner, the Big Catch of the Week contest. He is Paul West of Channel View, Texas. He's shown here with the first. This is a 6-pound sheephead caught out of Galveston Bay, Texas. If you would like to have your fish seen on our show, go to our webpage at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. On the right-hand side of the front page is a box that says Big Catch of the Week. You click there, fill in the information, join the club. It's all free, and you'll get access to my weekly blog. You can submit questions for the Ask the Pro, and you can send in your Big Fish of the Week photos right there. It's all at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. A little reminder for you that next week's show will be on Thursday night at 10:30 in its normal time slot, unless the Houston Astros game runs long, in which case we'll be on right after the post-game show, and we'll be on, as always, at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. We had a good day today at Lake Fork. The bass are just about finished with their spawn. There are still a few fish around in the backs of coves and on some points, but we actually did better today on some fish we didn't show you on camera. Just throwing a little soft plastic jerk bait off points in about 5 feet of water. Caught quite a few bass doing that as well. You can have a lot of fun coming over here to Lake Fork and catching some of these bass for your very own. We'll see you next week. Until then, I'm Barry Stokes. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.